This girl, Jill, is powerful. That's all I can say, guys. I manifested probably in the amount of, I don't know, 15 to 18,000, $20,000 through all different jobs, different Airbnb bookings, different winnings, different, like all within a few days after the activation. So this girl, Jill, is powerful. Hi, everyone. My name is Daniela, and I wanted to come on here and put a testimonial. I am part of the Surrender into Abundance group, and we had a few weeks that we spent with Jill into this program, and I can tell you guys, I had so many shifts and things that manifested in my life in the last few weeks with Jill that it was blown away. I was blown away. So I thought to support others in this group, I will come on here and just let you know about my the last activation that was put up into this group for us. And I think it was about almost 2 weeks ago on a Wednesday. And because I couldn't be present when it happened, we had access afterwards to the replays. So last week on Thursday, I messaged Jill and I said, "Hey Jill, where would that activation be? Could you, like let me know?" And so Jill tagged me into the activation, the bonus activation that she did for us last week. So this was last Thursday. I think, let me see, it was November 17. So I listened to the activation somewhere around 4 p.m. on Thursday. And during the activation, she has a part of the activation. She's asking us as the listeners, think about a wealthy person, somebody that lives in abundance, somebody that you want to live like or embody, okay? And in the moment she said that, I don't know if you guys know Regan Hillier. It's one of my mentors, and she's the one that I always think of when I think of abundance, of wealth. Because Regan travels all over the world in exquisite resorts and exquisite restaurants, and she posts all over Instagram and Facebook. So I see her posts, and every time I see her, and she always says, "You can absolutely have it all." And I think about myself, hey, if Regan can do it, I want to model her. I want to be just like her, embody her expensiveness, her, her wealth, her, everything about her is just resonates with me. So the moment Jill said that in her activation, I immediately jumped to a picture of Regan. I think it was on a Greek island. It was facing the ocean, laying by the pool, very expensive, and then a couple of other pictures where they're eating at these expensive restaurants. And I literally felt in that moment that I jumped into, and I became Regan. I became that person. I became the wealth. I embody the expensiveness of her, right? And Jill would ask, like, how does this person walk? How does this person talk? How does this person, what do they do? And I was envisioning Regan going to these expensive restaurants. So I envision myself embody into Regan, right? And going to these expensive restaurants. So again, guys, follow me. This is very powerful. So this was about 4 p.m. Now, we own a business, my husband and I, and we have some very wealthy clients here locally where I live. And about 8 p.m., I get a text from my husband, and he goes, "Hey, Daniela, I got a text from a client. He's inviting us to a celebration of life for his wife that just passed away. And it's at this steakhouse. I have no idea what it is. It's called Maestro Steakhouse. And sure enough, he's asking me, do you want to respond that we're going? And absolutely, without hesitation, in a split second, I said, absolutely. We're going to this restaurant. And this dinner was this past Sunday night. I think it was the 19th of November, just a few days later. But as soon as I saw his message, my husband's message, I went and Googled this restaurant. It's one of the 5 top restaurants in the USA. So it's called Maestro Steakhouse. So it was a dinner party for like 30 people. Kid you not. By the time I looked through the menu and my mind was blown away. Anything on the menu was anywhere from $65 to $120 a plate. So this dinner that we went to was the most expensive dinner I've ever was invited to. And again, it was a gift. We didn't pay for it, but the value of this dinner was about $500 for my husband and I. I was just blown away because just 4 hours earlier, as Jill was talking about, to embody the person that we want to become, the wealth, the expensiveness. And I felt like I was already Regan, right? 4 hours later, we're being invited to this extravagant dinner. And guys, can tell you, it was the most amazing dining experience of my life. Of course, I Googled it. I wanted to make sure I was, all dressed up for it. And yeah, it was just absolutely mind blown. And again, even after it happened and my husband sent me that message, it did not click. I did not have the aha moment. The aha moment came probably about 9 p.m. when I was talking to Jill through messages, and it just hit me literally. Like I said, oh my God, Jill, I just realized I listened to your activation at about 4 p.m. and I got this message about 8 p.m., 4 hours later, that we invited to this expensive restaurant that I imagined that I was already eaten at. So guys, this stuff is powerful. This girl, Jill, is just beyond, I mean, she's blowing my mind. Yes, so in 4 hours. And again, we've never been to a restaurant that expensive ever in my life. This was a first, and it was a superlative dining experience, to a point where my husband and I had our own waiter. There was just one waiter per couple. So for 30 people in that group, there were 15 waiters in that room. Like, this service was second to none. The food was absolutely delicious. And I soaked in the whole 3.5 hours we were in that restaurant. And I embodied and I felt as I was Regan, and I was dining in these expensive restaurant, and I said, oh my God, it's possible. It's so possible. So yes, guys, when you do the work, these are the results. And of course, there's many others. In the beginning of this course with Jill, once, I think about 3-4 weeks ago, I manifested probably in the amount of, I don't know, $15,000 to $18,000, $20,000 through all different jobs, different Airbnb bookings, different winnings, like all within a few days after the activation. So this girl, Jill, is powerful. That's all I can say, guys. So I trust that this supports some of you or all of you that listen to this. And if you want, you can reach out to me if you want if you want to hear more about, you know, what happened after all these activations that I've done with Jill in this program, Surrender into Abundance. And I wish all of you guys a beautiful day. And as Reagan says, you can absolutely have it all.